Our trip across America was never supposed to be this hard. We spent years building an online business only to see it reduced to one-fourth of its former glory just after selling our home to buy a truck and horse trailer with living quarters. But after 6 months on the road, we were both determined to keep going and achieve our goal of reaching the West Coast and riding our horses on the beach. Little did we know, we were about to learn our biggest lesson yet: how to live free in modern America. We left our final campground in Texas and pushed deeper west. The desert greeted us with a full-blown dust storm as we crossed into New Mexico. We're going to wait and see what happens. It doesn't look too bad out there. It was the desert's way of asking, "Are you sure you want this?" Our first stop in Arizona was Catalina State Park. It was absolutely stunning. With the towering peaks and the golden light and the cactus everywhere, it was a welcome to Tucson experience. Ruach, our younger horse, has a bad habit we've been working on of pulling away sometimes during our rides. And out here, one wrong move didn't just mean getting lost. It meant cactus needles in your legs. There are just so many pointy and deadly plants here. It makes me a little scared to ride. But the horses needed exercise, so I had to silence my fears, which is a reoccurring theme throughout this entire experience. And we got out there and rode. Y'all must be wanting your dinner. Yes. Next came another big challenge: boondocking, aka camping in the middle of nowhere with zero modern amenities to fall back on. Our goal is to just drive down to where we know the public land is and find somewhere to camp. Out in the middle of nowhere, there's no one coming to help. You either make do with what you have, or you leave.
Carmelo literally just said, "This feels safe," and then we come across a literal water crossing.
When our new generator decided to stop working, it was a 2-hour drive to find the parts we needed to bring it back to life. Every other day, we would drive to fill up our water tanks at a nearby spigot and bring them back to camp. But for each of our horses drinking 5 to 10 gallons a day, we realized quickly that we couldn't stay long in Arizona. We needed a place where survival didn't require quite as much surviving. We had planned to head into Utah next, but quickly realized the area was too crowded for the pace we wanted, so we rerouted through Nevada. One of the bigger adjustments this lifestyle brought was changing our expectations around hygiene. Back home, you don't even think about it. You shower every single day. It's just a part of the routine. But when you're spending your days around horses and dirt and you don't have a usable shower in your rig, you get dirty fast. So I decided to try a truck stop shower for the first time.
How's it going?
Hello, can I get a shower?
Yeah, no problem. Do you have a waiting card with us today?
And it was actually really nice. Expensive though, $18 for a single shower, but worth every cent. In Nevada, we hit our first big mountain range, the Sierra Nevadas, and we found a place that didn't really feel real. It was quiet, remote, and peaceful, and the smell of sage wafted up from the landscape. The perfect place to start working with Ruach again, this time to prepare him to be ridden. But even here, challenges came. Wild horses roamed nearby, keeping our boys on edge and us on high alert. Eventually, we found a lakeside camp at Lahontan State Recreation Area, and it was the perfect place to start desensitizing the horses to water. Splashing, noise, reflections, all preparing them for the ocean when we hit the West Coast. Then came one of the worst drives of our lives. A 1-lane mountain road, barely wide enough for the trailer, hugging a cliffside for 30 straight minutes. But we had made it to Oregon. We didn't speak much during the stretch, we just focused, gripping the wheel, and praying that no one would come from the other direction. When we reached the top, exhausted and shaking, we found ourselves at the remote Sam Brown Horse Camp with no power, no cell service, and no one else around. But somehow, it felt like exactly where we were supposed to be. We hauled water from a nearby creek, we set up a makeshift outdoor shower, and we kept our eyes open for mountain lions at night. We discovered something magical at this camp: the value of simple living. There we were, an hour from civilization, But with a creek and a generator, we had everything we needed to live comfortably. No financial pressure, no deadlines, just peaceful nature and a time to pursue our passions. The slower pace allowed me to work more with Ruach until we felt ready to try something big, his first real trail ride. From there, we started the final push west, and as we made the harrowing cliffside drive for the second time, something incredible happened. Neither of us were freaking out, and we actually found ourselves having a good time. I'd like to say we found the perfect campground along the coast and made a cinematic entry to the beach, but this is real life, okay?
You can see the bites all along Tucker's face.
We spent one night at a campground where the mosquitoes literally swarmed us so bad they were getting in my mouth. And we tried to reach the beach but failed because the path was flooded. For our sakes and the horses, we got out of there. And then we saw it. Let's do it. I'm not really worried about Ruach. Yeah, this way's way better. Good boy. Wow. Hey. Look at all the driftwood. I know. Come on, let's do it. We did it! It's so loud. Woo! After months of blood, sweat, tears, and a whole lot of hay, we finally did it. We rode on the beach. We had made it to the West Coast. Getting this far has been the hardest thing that either of us have ever done. The logistics of traveling with 2 horses on a shoestring budget make it far from the luxury vacation people might imagine. But the experience has taught us a lesson we'll take with us for the rest of our lives. True freedom isn't just going wherever you want. It's about having the time to enjoy where you are. In our lives before, we'd collected so much stuff that simply maintaining it all took up all of our time and resources. However, on this trip, even while our income decreased, we learned that our quality of life could increase simply by living below our means. No, you don't have to travel the country with horses to feel free, but living simply, spending less, and reclaiming your time, that's something anyone can do. And now, with the coast behind us and new chapters ahead, settling down, starting a family, our journey isn't ending. It's just getting started. Thank you for following along, and we can't wait to show you what's next.